What's going on, everyone? Anthony Davis, man, is so incredibly frustrating. He takes like 4 days off, goes into the Clippers game, very important game that we really needed to win, and just laid a dud. I mean, the guy might as well just not even have showed up. If I would have known that he was going to get that kind of effort, he should have just stayed home. Right? He got thoroughly outplayed by Ivica Zubac, like thoroughly. I mean, Zoo almost had a 20-20 game. On top of like 3 assists, 3 steals. Like, he got dominated. It's embarrassing. It's one thing for it to be like Nikola Jokic or something like that. All right, fine. He's the best player in the league. But Ivica Zubac, who, look, don't get me wrong, he's not a bad player. But he put up like superstar stats. 21 points, 19 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 of 16 from the floor, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 2 turnovers. It was a plus 18. And he only had 1 foul. Anthony Davis, on the other hand, decided to show up with a whopping 16 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists on 5 of 14 shooting, 0 of 1 from 3, 3 blocks, which is good, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 1 foul, and a minus 18. One guy was a plus 18, one guy was a minus 18. I understand Anthony Davis struggles and has a hard time with these, European centers and just the physicality that some of these centers bring. But to get just absolutely outplayed, out-hustled, out-worked, outscored, dominated in every facet. And what's crazy is this happens, like, regularly. Like, this is something that happens, like, quite often. It's frustrating because we need him to be the guy. And I made a video the other day about how, we need to get back to running through Anthony Davis, right? Like, we were at our best this year when Anthony Davis was playing at an MVP level, but we were running all of our offense through Anthony. Like, literally, like, Anthony Davis almost never touched never not touched the basketball on offense. Now you see it regularly, right? And a lot of that was LeBron James had his lowest usage, and then you had D'Angelo Russell, and then Austin Reeves get hurt, and then they missed a couple games, and it kind of forced LeBron to have to be more on ball and handle the duties, and they've just kind of defaulted to that, right? But even then, it's like the performance you saw, like, we need him to be a number 1 option so badly, and he's a number 2. But it's frustrating because he has number 1 talent. Right? You watch him, and you're just like, this guy should be the best player in the league. Literally. I mean, there is nothing Anthony Davis can't do on that basketball court. On both sides of the basketball, defensively and offensively. There are very few guys ever in the history of the league that can do all the things that Anthony Davis has done. And most of them aren't, 6'11". And yet, Anthony Davis he just completely fades at times. Right? Like, he just will completely just zone out. And the thing is, like, look, I've defended Anthony Davis in the past on games like this, but when the Lakers had other guys that were really good, this wasn't one of those games. Right? Like, something I've talked about is, like, I love about Anthony Davis is that he doesn't care, he just wants to win, right? Like, and we've seen times where he'll have a stat line like he did, like 16 and 10 or whatever, right? Like, and you're just like, wow, like Anthony Davis, and I would get comments and stuff like, wow, I can't believe Anthony Davis only had 16 and 10, what a bum, whatever. And, and I'd defend it. And I'd be like, yeah, but like, if you watch the game, Rui had like 22 and Reeves had 25, and you didn't need Anthony Davis to go and give you 30, right? Like, why would Anthony Davis overwork himself and take away from the other guys? Let the other guys cook. Right? Anthony Davis did his job. He did what he needed to do, and they won the game. Right? Games like that, fine. I've defended him. Even in playoff games, I've defended him when he's done that. Right? Like, why does Anthony Davis need to go give you 40 if he doesn't need to? Right? Save that for a different game. But, again, this wasn't one of those games. The beauty of it is, like, when guys are cooking, he's unselfish enough to let them cook, let them eat. But he's also not, give me the ball, get out the way, I'll go win this game for us. And that's the problem. Like, he doesn't have both sides. It's one or the other. The thing that's crazy, though, is in like the 2020 season, he was that guy. Like in 2020, he was like fantastic. It was like, wow. Right? Like Lakers might win the next 5 NBA championships. And then he just like completely checked out after he won. And then remember, there was those years where it was like he's out of shape and, you know, just like, oh man, Anthony Davis this and Anthony Davis that. And it just like, and he just looked like a completely different player. And it was like, he got his ring, he got his money, he's good. And then like the last few years, he's gotten back to looking like a version of that. He's been fantastic. But he just, you can see that you need a real one. Right? Like so many people I see and I get asked and all this stuff, like, you know, oh, LeBron isn't able to be the one anymore. Right? Like LeBron is supposed to be the 2. Right? On some nights, even the 3 if somebody else is cooking. Right? But LeBron has to be the one. The reason it worked so well and everything was great was because when we won the championship, LeBron was the one. Right? Anthony Davis played like the 1A or the 1B to LeBron's 1A, but LeBron was still good enough to be the one. He was still the best player on the planet at that point. Right? And so now you see the decline, and the idea was like, okay, as LeBron starts to get older and move away from being the guy, you got a guy in Anthony Davis that can emerge and evolve into the guy. And he just hasn't done it. He just hasn't. He's had stretches. He's had moments. He's had flashes. He's had games where he's just been incredible. He has best player in the world talent, without a doubt. You know, he's a top 10 player, but he should be in the conversation. It should ease, like, there should be a genuine argument and debate of, is Anthony Davis or Nikola Jokic better? But there's not. It is far and away Jokic, right? But that's the problem, right? Anthony Davis literally can do everything Jokic does and then some. He might not be as elite of a passer and as big as Jokic, but he can shoot like Jokic. He can take guys up dribble. He can defend better than Jokic, right? Like, he can still make plays and make passes. Like, Anthony Davis, there's literally nothing on the basketball court that Anthony Davis can't do. He can defend guards. He can defend centers. He can defend forwards. He can take all 3 off the dribble. He can dominate and score and shoot over the top of all of them, right? Like, he is a guard in a center's body at times. And there are games and moments and stretches where he looks every bit that unbeatable, unmovable force. But it's just like, man, and then you get these games like these Clippers, and it's like, this is such an important game, so impactful. You need this. If you get this, basically you're in control of the 5 seed. And what do? You fumble it. You blow it. You drop the ball, and now the Clippers are in control. And now you need to hope to beat them those next 3 times that you play. Because if you lose one of them, you could be the team on the odd man looking out. Because again, you don't know which Lakers team is going to show up. You don't know which Anthony Davis is going to show up at times. He's still an incredible player. I'm not saying we trade him or we're better without him or anything. Like, it's none of that, right? Anthony Davis is a bad game. Like, no, it's just an honest conversation, right? I've talked about Reeves. I've talked about LeBron. I've talked about everybody. I always say I am. When guys deserve praise, they deserve praise. When they deserve criticism, they deserve criticism. And, you know, you're going to get criticism if you can't do what you're supposed to do. And they're just, unfortunately, not doing what they're supposed to do. And it's incredibly frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating watching Anthony Davis just play so poorly, man. You got the rest. If you weren't healthy or, you know, you weren't able to come back yet, then don't. Miss this game, come back for that Wizards game, get in rhythm, and then let's get ready for, you know, these heavy hitter games like the Celtics and stuff. But nope, you had to come back, and you clearly weren't ready. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Kind of mixed in the middle. How you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos. I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.